Yeah, hello, it's still Dr. Trudy. I don't know what happened. I got booted out, but I'm back. I was just giving a talk on becoming pregnant in your 20s, the possibilities, the realities, the risk factors. For some reasons, after giving my talk, I wanted to provide feedbacks, but I couldn't see any questions. But I'm back again. I have a few minutes to share. So if you're still around, you can join. As soon as you join, please see if you can type a comment. And let's see. I'm trying to say hello. So if you can see me, say hello, please. Type in a couple of comments. Let's interact. Let's make it very educative. If you have questions, you can ask in the next few minutes. Oh, great job. So Oluwatosi just came in. So I hope you were in the former um, stream, which got ended. And hopefully my admin is also going to join. This is live. And we can actually have question and answer series if that's okay. I was talking about the possibility of becoming pregnant in your 20s. And I told you guys that 20s is the best time, the safest, the healthiest period to be pregnant in your entire life. The reason is because you are very young. You have very, very good quality eggs. You have a lot of them. You're very healthy. You don't have chronic medical condition. You're still young. Everything in your body is still young. So you don't really have problems becoming pregnant. Though some women can have problems about this period, but it's not commoner. So the period of 20s, if you are blessed to be in a good relationship, stable relationship, and if you're matured, this is about the time to go for your babies. Now, so please, if you come in, it's open clinic. Start asking your questions. I have 3 people in attendance. So please quickly settle in and start asking your questions. If you wouldn't mind, you can tell me your age and we can use your age. I can give you the best potential in your age regarding starting your family. But please feel free to ask me questions. Okay? Ask your questions, please. Let your questions center around the topic of today, which is becoming pregnant at age 20 up. What are your risk factors? What are the realities? What are the advantages of becoming pregnant about this age? So please ask your questions if you wouldn't mind. Hello? If you can hear me, please ask your questions. Opadiran Olowa, do you have any questions? Rosalind, do you have any questions? Marilyn, do you have any questions? You can go ahead and ask, please. Hold on, guys. If we don't have questions in the next few minutes, I will end the clinic so we can go do some other things. Okay. Okay, I have a question. Okay, you're turning 31. No, you're not in elderly primary yet. You're not there yet. It's when you get to 35. So if you're 31, if you're planning to have your babies, please try and have them before you get to 35. Okay? Let's assume everything is okay and you are able. You can see if you can have your baby right now at 31. You are still very within a normal safe range to have your babies with less complications. Okay? Now, I'm going to give you a couple of tips. Make sure you're taking your prenatal multivitamins. Make sure you're eating right. Avoid alcohol. Avoid smoking. Sleep a lot. You cannot mess with sleep. exercise, watch your body weight, keep a very good company, be positive minded, be independent, be self-sufficient, have a mind of your own. Now, if you end up becoming pregnant, let's say you become pregnant around 32, and you probably have your baby the same 32, allow 18 months. Then you can have the other baby. So you can have the other baby probably around neighborhood of 34. And you can also, when you're done with this, personally, if you ask me, I think on the average, you should target having about 2-3 kids, personally. So if at 31, let's say you become pregnant at 31, you can have your baby at 32. You have a break at 33. You go again from 34 ending. You have your baby at 35. You rest at 35. Then you probably have the last baby at 36. These are suggestions. But please make sure you give yourself enough gap to recover before becoming pregnant again. Very important. So Rosalind, you're not in advanced maternal age yet. You will be there in a few years' time. Okay? Do you have any other questions? If you have any other question, please feel free to ask so we can wrap up. Do you have any other question for the clinic? Today we talked about becoming pregnant in your 20s. Okay, I have another question. Good evening, Doc. Can a woman in her late 30s still do child spacing? Yes. Yes. Now, we might not be all that strict depending on your medical history. And I'll tell you why. If you had long-term infertility and you're 35, and luckily you became pregnant at 35, we might not be so strict with that 18 months. What we're going to do is to keep an eye on you, make sure you're fully recovered, make sure your body is ready. Then we can maybe, if you succeed in becoming pregnant, say neighborhood of, let's use tentative numbers. You're 35 and you want to have babies. You became pregnant at 36. You had your baby at 37. Are we going to apply 18 months? No. What are we going to do? We monitor you carefully. We monitor you 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. So if we're okay, you can go again so that you might have the other baby at 38. If God is on our side and you want to have maybe the last baby, you can have the last baby before 40. The idea is to use your chances when you can, because previously you can say, oh, I want to have a baby, and you can easily have a baby. But for some reasons, it's no longer like that. I don't know, maybe genetics, maybe the kind of food we eat, maybe the environment. We seem to have higher number of women that are struggling to become pregnant. So once you get to that tipping point, which is 35, we are going to do a couple of modifications for you. But if you're in your 20s, definitely space your kids. Please. Please be careful. If you're a new mother, don't be in a hurry to become pregnant again. And the only way you can avoid pregnancy is not to be waiting for your period to come back, is to use contraceptives. Because while you are waiting for your period to come back, you can become pregnant. Some women can ovulate before their period comes back. And if you're making love without protection, you can become pregnant. Okay, so we're going to wrap up this particular broadcast at the 10th minute mark. So if you have any questions to ask, I'm ready to provide you feedbacks before I go. The fewer, the merrier. So let's see, Rosalind, you've asked your question. What about Marilyn? Melin, I think it's Melin. Onyedin, do you have any question? If you have any question, please feel free to ask. Ask your questions, please. Okay. All right, so I want to believe we all enjoyed the topic for today, and you gleaned a couple of advantages, and you know the risk factors and things you need to be conversant with. Please be ready before becoming a mother. We will not want a baby to be a baby to look after a baby. You might be old, but you might be a baby. So you need to acquire a lot of experience. You need to make sure you're gainfully employed. Raising babies, starting a family is expensive. So you have to have reliable source of income. Don't bring 4 babies into this world so that other people will look after your babies. It doesn't make sense. Okay? But thank you for coming this evening. The next clinic will be on Saturday, 12 p.m. Eastern Time, US, 5 p.m. Nigerian. So keep in touch with me. We'll share another topic and we continue the conversation on helping you to become a better you. Thank you and have a good evening. Bye-bye for now.